So the idea of this tutorial is simple. Here we have a model. A dude on forum asked me to improve it. The problem is that this model only using one diffuse map. It's a frequent situation because people sometimes like to use models from different games. For example, World of Warcraft. Those models only using diffuse maps. In the meantime, StarCraft 2 graphical system using a pretty complicated shader to make the models look pretty. So it requires more maps. Besides the diffuse map, it also requires normal map, specular map, and other different maps. For example, if we open the material editor, we can see multiple maps here that can be used and can make the model look pretty. So for now, it only using one diffuse map, and we can create additional maps in Photoshop. When undo is done, we can see this. This is ugly looking normal map. So we probably need to turn off all the channels and use only those we think will work good. This one shows only tiny surface details, so we can set it somewhere to not be too pushy and not be too invisible, something like this. So we enable larger details and more larger details to make models texture, model's surface look detailed. It's not a perfect way to create normal maps. Usually model maker creates a low polygon model and a high polygon model, and the high polygon model includes all the stuff, all the details he wants the model to have. And then he creates normal map based on the projection of high detailed maps to the low detailed model. Alright, something like this. Now we simply collapse all the channels that undo created. Merge layers. Alright, now we can simply save this texture. What was its name? Providence. Okay. Providence normal. Now we need to create specular map. And you can do this too. There's convert option, and we have normal map and need to convert it to specular map. And we applied it to active document. It does its stuff for some time, and finally it's done. We can adjust some parameters to make it look better, to make it show more details, but probably it's not necessary because it's look alright. And again we merge the layers, and finally we can close the undo software. Okay, we have a specular map, we have a normal map, but it is not in StarCraft 2. It's not in StarCraft 2 configuration. Yes, and we have the diffuse map. First we need to do to this. It doesn't look good. This normal map could be just made filtered with let's see, stylized diffuse. Yeah, this little filter could make it a bit better. Yeah, a bit softer. And now we need to turn it to StarCraft 2 configuration. Red channel goes to alpha, green stays as it used to be. Then we can remove red and blue channels because we don't need them. They aren't used. Come on. I'm fucking removing you, bitch. Alright, what the fuck is going on? I'll just paint it with black. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Actually, it is not required at all. We could put anything to blue and red channels. Anything. They are just not used in the normal map. Okay. So we will just put this guy, this specular map, to, for example, red channel. Good. It isn't perfect too. I think we could use the diffuse filter here too, on this channel. Diffuse. Okay. Now it will look better. And that's it. We have normal map, we have specular map, and we need to save it. What the name again? Providence DDS. Providence DDS normal. Okay. Yes, it's saved. And now we need to apply it to the model. We have the model opened. We have the material created, but I'll recreate it for you so you know what to do. The standard material, okay, it is now created, and now we define the diffuse map. Providence. Alright, that's the one. Now we go to the normal map and open the normal map we created. It's the one. Its red channel has the specular map. So we simply take this normal map, copy this to the specular map, go to the specular map inside it, and pick the red channel. Okay, now let's preview how does it look in the editor. Interesting. It still looks like a shit, and I know, oh my god, there is a bullshit inside. Motherfucker. But why is this bullshit inside? Why is it? Oh, I know why. Probably this part somehow fucked, and so we could use two-sided. Two-sided material will unfuck that thing. Alright, now let's see how the specular map works. Let's increase it like 5 because it's not too bright, so it could need some brightness. Okay, some brightness on diffuse map. Now it's still not perfect because there is a parameter on the material that defines how big the specular spot is. For example, for metal surfaces it should be small, should be tiny, because they doesn't reflect much. Yeah, something like this. Now it looks a bit plastic, so probably we could fix it too. Actually, I just remembered one thing. Probably we need to invert one of normal map channels, because for the green channel the light should be go from the bottom, not from the top. Invert, yeah. Now save. Okay. And now we check again. We check the model in the editor. Alright, now it looks much better. Now these parts are pushed away, not pushed inside. Okay, now let's go back. Let's see, team color, yeah, it works. Now let's go back to the 3D Max. We need to decrease the intensity of diffuse map because it's too bright and it doesn't let the specular map effects to be too noticeable. So, oh my god. So we simply decrease its intensity to 0.7, for example, instead of 1, and we preview this. As we can expect, there is a red light. It's specular map that's coming out from the diffuse map because there is an option RGBA. 4 channels are used for the diffuse map. The alpha layer, let's see how it look. It look like this. The alpha layer, its black parts represents team color, but when we set this multiplier to lower amounts, lower than 1.0, it is using the team color everywhere because it reduces the intensity of alpha layer and it gets blacker, and therefore it's team colored everywhere. So we need to move the team color effect from diffuse map to the emissive map. We can do this. Let's use only RGB in the diffuse map and let's see how it look now. No team color at all. So we go back to the material. We copy the diffuse map to the emissive map. Inside the emissive map, we pick the alpha layer. But here in the emissive map, only the white parts are used to represent emissivity, while our alpha map is only black color based, so we need to invert it. Also we need to put it back to 1.0, and now the model should have emission that is team colored. Oh no, it's not team colored. We need to set it for the material, add to team color add mode. So now this is team colored. Okay, we have team color again on the surface of the model, and I think it could be brighter. So emissive multiplier goes 2, for example 2. Let's see. Yeah, much better. Maybe too much brightness. Okay, 1.5 will be enough. Also we need to reduce the specularity to something like this, but it's not that bright, which is alright. We don't need it to be too bright. It's a spaceship, it's not some kind of plastic doll. This amount of emissivity probably is alright. Maybe we can try some stuff. Let's see. Specular map. Red channel. The contrast between brighter parts and not so brighter parts isn't big, so we can increase the contrast by setting multiplier to 3. Let's see. Now it is bright again, and to reduce the intensity of not so bright parts of the specular map, we will subtract 1. This must... oh yeah, now only the edges are bright, while the not edges are not bright on the specular map, and it is not that cool as we would need. Let's set this to 5, and this abstraction will be smaller, like this. Let's see. We can experiment with these parameters to make the model look as we want. So the edges are bright, the not edges are not too bright. Probably this one should do the thing. Well, I guess this look okay. Bright edges, not so bright sides. This should work, right? Right. This should fucking work good, yeah, bitch. You look good, yeah. Alright. Maybe a little bit higher multiplier for the specularity. I like when the models have big specularity. Yeah, like this. Now this is spaceship. It doesn't look like fucking shit like it used to be. Now it's real. Okay. What else should I tell you about this thing? Let's see. This parameter hit test makes the whole mesh selectable. When in game we click to the model, it will be selected. Receive shadows, yes. Cast shadows, yes. Two-sided, still yes, it must be two-sided, because its mesh isn't perfect, because the exporting process fucked it somehow. Alright, let's see. This tidy thing, yeah, I think it's good for the metal surface. What else? Probably it's alright. Now we can just export it. We need to use more paths and just export it as Providence M3. Alright. Yeah, the model is done.